Democrats go after the gun lobby because calling gun owners terrorists won't win elections. Gun control is totally unpopular. Most people support the Second Amendment, but the Democrats are steadily trying to take away your Second Amendment right. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to all my socials, like in Patreon, where I talk about things I can't talk about here. All right, let's talk about this news. One of the most transparent acts of cowardice in American politics is promising to stand up to the NRA and the gun lobby. The gun lobby played a prominent role in Joe Biden's mendacious gun control speech last week, wherein the president continued to mythologize the power of the NRA while depicting tens of millions of gun owners as dupes. Bloomberg says, quote, the NRA keeps its hold on U.S. politics despite school shootings and internal strife. The BBC wonders, quote, U.S. gun control, what is the NRA and why is it so powerful? I'm going to stop here for a second and say, the BBC, you got nothing to do with our American, our Constitution, so why are you even commenting on our weapons and stuff? But in a Hill piece, laughably headline, quote, the NRA contributions underscores grip on NGOP. We learned that the Second Amendment advocacy group contributed roughly $149,000 to Senate recipients in the 2020 cycle, with nearly all the funds going to Republicans, according to Open Secrets. So let's for a moment set aside the fact that anti-gun rhetoric used in major media and cultural outlets amounts to tens of billions of in-kind contributions to the Democrats every year. From the year 2017 to 2022, Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer received $3,754,646 from investment firms and another $3,038,489 from law firms. Where are the articles about the iron grips lawyers and hedge funds have over the majority leader and his party? The gun lobby hardly even makes a blip in Mitch McConnell's fundraising portfolio. McConnell's political support for gun rights is probably predicated on the fact that nearly 55% of adults in his state reside in a household with a firearm. And because gun owners aren't exactly sharers, you should assume that number is much higher. In 2016, the NRA, which some Democrats have branded, quote, a domestic terrorist organization, spent $54 million on outside spending. That fell to only $29.3 million during the 2020 election. Gun control group Everytown for Gun Safety spent $60 million in 2020. To put that in perspective, $14 billion was dropped on the 2020 election, spending dominated by the Democratic Party. To put into context, from 2021 to 2022, George Soros, who y'all know I talk about a lot, has contributed $128,722,563 to left-wing political causes. In 2021 to 2022, the finance sector leading spender on elections gave 52.5% of his contributions to Democrats, lawyers, 70%. The tech industry, over 76%. The healthcare sector, 59%. Labor, 87.5%. Most of these industries spend many times more yearly than a gun lobby spends in a decade. Do these industries, most of whom deal with policy that is more consequential to everyday Americans, not have an iron grip on the Democrat Party? The NRA's lobbying efforts in 2020 amounted to $2.2 million. To put it in perspective, the National Association of Realtors spent $84 million that year. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce spent nearly $82 million that year, and Facebook nearly $20 million. Amazon nearly $18 million. The NRA is the 1,403rd largest contributor to political races and the 270th biggest spender on lobbying in 2020. Unlike most of these industries, the NRA funding comes from small donors. So they're basically attacking the people. Because of mismanagement and internal conflict, NRA contributions to political candidates have cratered in recent years. Has anyone detected a corresponding drop in support for gun rights in Congress? The NRA is an expedient punching bag for politicians and activists unwilling to condemn gun owners themselves. But its power is derived from its members, like I stated earlier, not cooked up from the ether or propped up by a sugar daddy. Of course, even if the NRA had its own George Soros, its cause lobbying to defend the Second Amendment would be worthwhile. The NRA, which runs an array of programs to cultivate responsible gun owners, it does more for gun safety, in fact, than any anti-gun advocacy group. It's only influential because it represents, either through direct membership or through ideological kinship, a lot of American voters. If the NRA disappeared tomorrow, another advocacy group would simply emerge to take its place, and it would probably be more purist in its defense of the Second Amendment, because I have a bunch of criticisms for the NRA. I don't think they're actually going hard enough, but they're at least fighting a good fight. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out the democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.